Hello, everyone. I want us to consider the sacredness of offline spaces in marriage. You know it. I know this also, and all of us, we are all in the knowing that we live in the world where everything is now online. Our thoughts, our photos, our moment, even our emotions, everything has been overexposed into the online world. So technology has been able to successfully made it easy for couples to live online rather than for them to live in love. And many unknowingly have actually traded the sacredness of their marriage, the sacredness of their secrecy, the sacredness of their covenant. They have sacrificed it into the online community as if it was for sale. People are posting every details, as in every details of their marriage online. Their family life, everything is just online. The pregnancy journey, everything is online. The breastfeeding journey, everything is online. Their disagreement, everything is online. And what are they looking for? Maybe just to gain sympathy or perhaps validation. You broadcast every romantic gestures online to show that, okay, we are doing well. So couple broadcast every details in their marriage just to prove a point, just to let the entire world know that they are doing well. But my question is this, that are they truly doing well? Are they okay as they want us to know? Are they hurting, or is that the reality of their marriage? Everything is just there. You have turned social media followers to your marriage counselors. You seek advice from them. You seek validations to them. You air your frustrations in your marriage publicly. There are some people who even screenshot their messages. There are some people who post jabs to their in-laws, to everyone, to everybody who cares to know. They use their WhatsApp statuses. They use their stories everywhere. Everywhere is just filled up with every details of your marriage that is meant to be sacred. It is actually dangerous. It is dangerous. So today we'll be considering the sacredness of that offline space in your marriage, because we cannot do without it. Do you know why it is very, very dangerous for you to live like an online community instead for you to live your marriage in love? It could eventually erode trust. Yes, trust will just go away. And moreover, it could invite unwanted opinions. You have so many people with diverse opinions, perceptions out there. We don't really see things the same way, and then before you know it, so many unwanted opinions. When you have too many unwanted opinions, you could end up being confused, you could end up being more frustrated. There are other times that you might take the wrong step instead of the right one. So many homes are actually hurting because of this. Some other time it could actually destroy the sense of safety. Yeah, when everything is just out there, every relationship actually need like a safe space where they can actually make mistake at peace. Yes, where they could be vulnerable without the entire world getting to know, and where they could heal privately without anybody intruding. Yeah. Marriage actually thrives in confidentiality and mutual protection, where the husband is protecting the wife and then the wife is protecting the husband, and then vice versa. That is what marriage is meant to be. And then you have God joining you in that institution. You have God in the middle of it, because what God has actually joined together, the public opinion aren't meant to put it asunder. The general opinion of people on the online community aren't meant to separate you, but we can no longer manage the tech effectively, and this has been posing issues in our various marriages. Marriage was never ever designed to be fully public. No, that was not the way it was created. And then there are parts of your opinion, there are parts of your union that should remain hidden, that should remain holy, that should remain just held close to yourselves as individual, as couples in a marriage. Not every misunderstanding needs an audience. I would say that again, that it is not every misunderstanding in your marriage that needed a public opinion or like a public audience. You don't need to keep on staging audience for every misunderstanding. It is not actually every smile in your marriage that deserves a post. So, and then some moments are actually sacred. They are meant to be protected. They are not meant to be performed. When are we going to get there? We need to understand this fact that it is not every part of our daily lives, it is not every part, it is not every moment of our marriage that's what being exposed on the social media. There are certain people that will even expose the bedroom activities online. We've seen a lot of this, a lot of nakedness between husband and wife. Everything is just out there on the social media. No scrutiny, everything is just there. Everything is just there, unfiltered, unashamed, just dumped there. But let me just call you to order like this, that if you as couples, you and your husband, you share more online moments than you share in prayer, see, God is calling you back to that secret place where you can meet up with him. Sure, where love is nurtured away from the likes and the applauses you get on the in the online community. Come back to God, come pray together, come bond together with God, your creator and the originator of your marriage. You know why? Because the offline spaces, they are actually the true place where you can see each other, where you can listen to each other beyond the noise that is everywhere. It is that place where you can rebuild, where you can build connection that no even algorithm can measure. That is where it stands from, offline and not online. Your marriage doesn't need validation from the crowd. It needs consecration in the quiet. I think you should adopt this, that you needed some quiet moment with your family without putting everything online. So today, I want to implore you that you need to unplug sometimes. You need to hold hands together with your significant other. You need to talk. Yes, please pray. You need to laugh together. And then protect your sacred offline spaces, because that is where your covenant can breathe again. That is where it can thrive. That is where it can survive. That is the only way it can maintain its freshness. Yes, that is the only way it can maintain the oil and then the bond growing stronger. In the offline moment, that is where God will meet the two of you. That is the only way you can bond with God. That is where you can listen to God. That is the tent that you can meet up with God, just as Moses was meeting God in that tent. Yeah, you need to separate yourself. That is the only where, that is the place, the space where you can actually listen to the whisper of God when it is talking to you, not on the Wi-Fi apparently. So do not ride on the wings of the Wi-Fi. Why don't you ride on the wings of the silence between you and Abba? That is when couples can actually unplug and then they resync together, and not in the world's rush but on heaven's rhythm. That is the only place it can happen. That is the sacred, secret place where the fragrance can be shared secretly, freely, without any shame. The offline space actually guards your covenant's mystery, so keep it locked up there. There are touches that the internet cannot transmit. That warmth, that only the presence of your significant other next to you can transmit. That is the only way it can be seen, the only place that is real. It is true that a screen might show your faces, but the stillness that you have offline actually reveals your essence together, who your spouse is truly, who he is. And maybe when the words are few, that is when you get to know each other. So the offline rituals, the shared prayers, the walks together, the meals, the altar where God can easily and quietly attend, and not everywhere on the social media. So you are to unplug so that you can discern, so that you can listen beyond the noise, so that you can know what God is telling you, so that you can get the signals correctly. So offline rituals actually invite divine partnership, whether it's praying together or working together or talking together or cooking together without phones. These rituals can actually, they add more to your marriage. They bond you together, you partner together, you become the best partner for your significant other. So I will be telling you this, that actually the sacredness of the offline moment is more than you just saying that, okay, you want to spend quality time together. It's about protecting what is divine. It is about you protecting what is private and spiritually nourishing in your union. According to Mark chapter 10 verse 9, that what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. What God has joined together, let not the tech put you asunder. So remember that it is not everything holy that has to be seen. Some things are sacred because they stay unseen. So please follow this suit and have your offline moment in your family, and please capitalize on it and use it judiciously. Don't just be an online person. Don't allow your marriage to be in online and not in love. Unplug and create a stronger bond with your significant other. And I want to tell you again that there is sacredness, holiness in your offline moment. That is the only way that you can remain true to yourself and then remain true to your significant other. Thank you so much for listening. Would you please drop the phone, go back, and create a stronger bond with your significant other? God bless you. Your home is blessed. My name is Helen, the set person of Marriage on the Rock and Singles with Purpose.